Hello everyone, Luke Smith here, and Friday today. We're gonna do two DLCs, like story DLCs of Resident Evil 7 today. I know I was only gonna do one today and one on Sunday, but I thought they're short, so I'm gonna do them both. Now, Daughters is also a DLC, which has got files in it, but that's not included in on this website for some reason. I thought it would have been, but they might have merged the files with the main game. But I'm just reading what's on there at the minute. So, Not a Hero is actually was released like I think a year later after the game released. Stars your plan as Chris Redfield. He successfully saved Ethan and Mia Winters, and Chris has to go into the salt mines to try and apprehend Lucas Baker and find out information about the organisation that Lucas is with. So let's read. Briefing document. Operation Lurking Fear. Primary mission: extract Lucas Baker. Location: Delvey, Louisiana, USA. Baker Estate. Threat profile: molded, alpha variant, others. Anti-personnel traps, lethal and none. Notes: due to the lack of intelligence and the numbers of unknown factors involved, Chris Redfield of the BSAA will act as a bioweapons specialist on missions. Location update. Recent intel has confirmed that Lucas Baker is holed up in the mines near the Baker Estate. Profile: Lucas Baker. Suspected associate of criminal organisation. The Connections, role unconfirmed, holds vital intel regarding said organisation. Profile: The Connections. Criminal organisation producing bioweapons for sale in the international black market. Limited intel on size, market share and members. They are the prime suspects impacted in the production and distribution of the E-Series bioweapon. E-Series model Evelyn is present and active at the Baker Estate. Lucas Baker seems to be monitoring her and reporting on her activities. So that's you get this out in the start of the game of his campaign. Letter regarding Umbrella's goals. Again, you get this at the start of the mission. For many of you, this is your first mission with us, so we wanted to make it clear what Umbrella is about. Although many of our staff fail from the infamous pharmaceutical giant Umbrella, our purpose is to make amends for the atrocities perpetrated under the Umbrella name. This is why we reincorporated as a PMC in 2007. That was like a year after Umbrella went bankrupt and got sued for everything they did. We will put a stop to not only anyone who is engineering or selling bioweapons, but those who support the efforts as well. We made a mess and now we have to clean it up. By keeping the Umbrella name, we show that we take responsibility for the mess, for that mess, and we want you to remember that you carry this responsibility with you in every mission. That's things like they're now Blue Umbrella, which I think exists to this very day, and it's basically, oh, we fucked up, but don't worry, we're good guys now. Back then it didn't really make much sense, and now it doesn't make much sense either. This document outlines the Umbrella Corporation made a sudden comeback and states why it's done so and what its new mission intends to be, namely to eradicate what Umbrella was responsible for before and ensure it doesn't happen again. Yeah. I mean, like, Possibly in Resident Evil 9 they might get mentioned again, but we're not quite sure. Night Vision Device Manual. Night Vision Device. This device adds night vision functionality to the Umbrella HMD system. This device uses image intensification to help the user see better in low light environments. It also allows the user to see light rays not visible to the naked eye, such as infrared beams. And that is in the backup power room storage area on the small metal shelves in the northeast corner of the room. And anti-regen ammo, ramrods. These rapid-acting myotoxic rounds, or ramrods for short, have been developed specifically for combat against fungus-based bioweapons. The bullets excrete a toxin on impact and not only destroys the fungus cell membranes, but also prevents regeneration of lost tissue. One shot will allow normal methods of attack to gain effect thereafter. So there's special molded in this campaign, which is a bit like, it's more of like a whiter colour. They're the ones that you need the ramrods for, and the ramrods are quite scarce, so be careful what you use them on. Make sure you're using them on the correct enemy. And that is in the backup power room storage area on the metal shelves in the northeast corner of the room. Evelyn observation log. So, July 22nd, 2016. Health good, mental state good. Mudamycin secretion normal, others NA, not much change. She just plays with dolls all day. Turned two guys into molded today. Yeah, that's completely fucking normal. 12th of August. Health, coughing, exhaustion. Mental state slightly stressed. Mudamycin secretion more than usual, others NA. After playing ball with Dad, she started complaining about being tired. Turned one guy into a fat molded. August 26, 2016. Health bad. Mental state stressed. Mudamycin secretion high. Sudden aging. She's aging all of a sudden. Losing weight, hair falling out the works. The more she screams, the more she vomits. Basement's heavily contaminated. No apparent cause for aging. Gonna ask for further instructions. So that's when she starts to turn into the old woman. And September 9, 2016. Health weak but stable. Mental state delusional, incoherent. Mudamycin secretion stable. Others NA. Aging has slowed. Seems pretty stable. Got the E-Nexotoxin from the company. Orders are to use it if she gets out of control. And I thought I was the funny one. Experimental room of the research facility. On a small trolley in the northeast area of the room. This is where you start to get the interesting files. Like once like the salt mine part is over and you get into the lab, then you get all the lore about Evelyn again. Researcher's journal. June 11th, 2017. I'm sick of this guy Lucas. They just gave him my job as a lead researcher. Who do they think I am? Why do I, a Stanford graduate with a master's in microbiology, have to work under this lunatic? All he does is to mess around with all the test subjects, making them fight each other and doing unnecessary autopsies. He's sick. He knows nothing about the E-series Mudamycin potential. I'm going to report this behaviour at my next meeting with HQ. And that's in the lobby of the research facility F2, hanging out of one of the lockers in the eastern alcove. Email log. Sent Thursday, July 20th, 2017, 10:22 AM. Things got a little out of hand, but I took care of it. I'm sending the e-data now. It shouldn't take long. After this goes through, I'm out of here. He must have like rushed when he typed that out, and I'm pretty sure that was the email that he was typing out when Chris caught him, because obviously that, and he must have sent it straight away. Chemical lab research facility, on the laptop on the table in the middle of the room. That was definitely the one that he was doing out. Lucas's journal. I killed off the Connections researchers, all of them. They were poking around where they weren't supposed to while I wasn't looking, but I knew exactly what they was up to. Probably didn't like having to report to me. So I threw them in a cage with some moulded. They shit their pants and begged for their lives. I'm just worried that I won't be able to hold back from laughing when I make the report that they met with an unfortunate accident. Probably a good time now to cut ties with the Connections. I'm the only one who can really make good use out of the Evelyn's mould. Chemical lab research facility, on the table in the northeast corner of the room. That's the thing, it's like the Connections are no more because Lucas has killed them all. So that's pretty fucked up right there. Note on the wall. Buyer for E-data, got one. Get set up for transmission. And that's in the clinic. Oh, not chemical. It's clinical lab. There you go. Research facility on the wall. There's basically like these last few files are like in the in that lab area. So that was it for the Not a Hero DLC. Now we're doing the End of Zoe, which has got like 5 files. Now this is set a few weeks after Not a Hero, stars Joe Baker having to save his niece Zoe Baker from the moulded, because she was infected after the right after you have to choose like between to save Mia or Zoe, which I think it's Mia that you need to go for, because that's the canon storyline for the good ending. So yeah, we're gonna read his stuff now. Also, he basically lives in the wilderness of Louisiana, and is basically a Herbert who's got really good fighting skills. So he doesn't use weapons; he uses his fists. He's basically the Chuck Norris of this game. So, Joe's survival manual. How to kill those things. Bodies are tough, but heads are soft. Punch them. Get as many fast punches in as possible. Left, right with some fast right jabs work good. Right, left, right when a strong left knocks them out. Heads crush easily underfoot when they fall down. Crouch and sneak up behind when they're not looking to take them out without a fight, and that's in your in inventory when you start the game. So yeah, like I said, it's basically L1 and R1. That is it. That's how you fight in this one. Joe's note. There was no gator. That was no gator I saw today. I was checking out the lines when I saw one had. When I saw I had one, so I pulled it up and said it was some sludge covered God knows what, with huge teeth and claws. Tried to get it at me, so punched that fucker's teeth in before it could. So in other words, yeah, he basically got a moulded and it tried to attack him. Never thought I'd see it with my own eyes. Goddamn government doing secret experiments on people and animals. No doubt about it. Well, it's kind of real. It's kind of true right there. They was doing experiments. But obviously not the government. It's organisations. Explains those helicopters flying about recently. And that is in Joe's house, on the chest of drawers next to the front door. Orders regarding the E-Series anti-effective drug. Orders are as follows, effective immediately. Immunomycete is on the loose in the swamp, and it will keep mutating as it encounters new organisms. We can't allow the stock of medicine compounds to be exposed. If they suffer a mutation, they'll be useless. Transfer the whole anti-infective synthesizing station over to the paddle boat, and that is in the medicine storage of the base, on the bench to the southwest side of the room. Yeah, and the paddle boat is basically where you synthesize the vaccine. Analyst report. We finished analysing the tissue samples believed to be from Jack Baker. The cells exhibit an extraordinary resistance to physical and chemical damage. The E-series Mudomyces secretes a something like enzyme through the cell wall, causing abnormal activation of the ERK pathway to achieve forced cell division, quickly regenerating damaged tissue. However, the repeated cell division quickly leads to a breakdown in the intercellular structure, leading to the slugging, slurry-like effect we observed in the collected tissue samples. Our work and hypothesis puts this down to the cells reaching their half-life limit. Note that the samples from the other living members, the wife Marguerite, the son Lucas and the daughter Zoe, does not exhibit the same extreme regenerative properties. The symptoms may differ from subject to subject. Further study is required. That's in the courtyard of the yard, on the floor next to the dead soldier in the military tent. And the last one, AMG-78. Product name AMG-78, developed to assist the transport of heavy equipment and supplies. When worn, the wearer's nerve impulses are detected and synced with an actuator, allowing max output to exceed 50 horsepower. State-of-the-art shock absorbers reduce all recoil experienced by the wearer to 0. Technical specifications: max power output 78 AP 6000 RPM, max torque 155 Nm 4500 RPM, unit weight 5.5 kilograms. That was in the courtyard on the northern bench inside a military tent inside of the yard. So yeah, that's basically the power glove. You get a power glove to like help fight Jack Baker, and I think if you complete the game on normal difficulty, I'm not quite sure how you get it, you do get another one so you can like dual wield and you can basically kill anything with them things. So yeah, that was it. Zoe is saved at the end of it, and Ethan gets to live his life. Almost. We will be reading Resident Evil 8 files next week. I'm planning on doing Resident Evil 8 main story files on Monday, and on Friday after Christmas I'll be doing the Shadows of Rose files, because there's only 2 more videos and that's it for now. I'll explain in a later video. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys next time.